happens to be in the studio, as is the case now with Cora. Good afternoon, Cora.
Good afternoon.
Pull that mic in a wee bit towards you there. Yeah,
Like
a
this?
little bit. That's perfect. Yeah.
There we go.
Anyhow, thanks for coming in. And your music caught my attention. I've been playing some of it. But, just 17. But you've quite a track record already. Because I just looking here, you were in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest as far back as 2018.
Yep, 2018 and 2021.
Right. And first time you actually were in the final.
I was in the final the first time,
Right.
and then the second time,
Semi-final.
semi-final.
Wow.
So
And a great place, I suppose, to make some contacts. And you did just that because you met Fakener from
Fakener,
the Hot House Flowers.
yep, and
And?
now I'm opening for them on their Derry leg of the tour on
you
the
go.
27th of December, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
So it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so buzzing.
Yeah, we had him on the show a couple of weeks ago. He was playing up McGrory's, and so it's great, and it just shows you, one thing leads to another, and so much of it is about talent and doing all the right things and posting all the rest of it. But sometimes it's just personal. It's about meeting somebody and making a connection.
Yeah, it just takes one right person to meet you, and it opens up so many doors. So.
But not the that'll not be the first in December, but that'll not be the first big act that you've supported because you've been busy. Strendal Festival,
Strendal, yes.
which is a big festival, and you played there. It's just a couple of weeks ago thereabouts.
I think it was about 2-3 weeks ago now. It was the start of July.
It's Limavady.
Limavady.
And there's a lot of big acts on stage at that.
There was like Kate Nash and stuff like that, so
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of big acts. So I was really privileged to be able to play there.
It's a good learning curve.
Good learning curve, yeah.
But you've also played at the Nerve Centre. In fact, you've headlined at the Nerve Centre. The OES Centre in Belfast. You played at the Gas Yard, Fela, supporting Brona Gallagher. The Foyle Maritime Festival, the Siren Sessions.
Yeah.
That's a lot of live music.
That's a lot of live music. I'm actually going to be headlining the Nerve Centre again on the 19th of September. So that's just going to be a big band scenario. It's going to be a pretty fire gig.
Full
so
on.
it's going to be full on band, everything upbeat. So
Some people might think, well, they're the easiest gigs, playing in your hometown. They're probably
No.
the hardest.
they are by far the hardest because when you're playing, like personally for me, if I'm outside of Derry, like Belfast and all, it's like people you don't know are coming in, so it's a wee bit more chilled out. But you see Derry, like I will know so many people and I'll be like, oh god.
Yeah.
But it's fine because they are really, really supportive and like.
But
there's
they're
no
also the
love,
hardest to
like from your
impress.
hometown.
Yeah. And they're in a way they're your greatest supporters, but also your greatest critics. And you need honest criticism. You need people to be honest with you.
Like I take every bit of criticism that I get and I use it constructively, so it's good.
Way to do it, yeah. Okay, tell us a little bit about your music. The song we just played there. It's like what, your fourth single or something, is it?
It is my sixth.
Sixth.
My
There-
sixth.
Wow, there you go. So you have a lot of material to
I
draw
have a
on.
lot of material to draw on, so I guess we'll just start from this new single. Obviously I'm 17. I'm going into my final year in school now, and that means I have to start choosing for university and figuring out what I want to do with my future. And I started writing this song when I was 14 because I've always kind of thought, like, what am I going to end up doing with my life? Because I think as any musician or anybody in an artistic industry knows, it is so difficult to make it. Like, it
Yes.
is one of the hardest industries to make it in. So
You're at the position now where you sort of have to decide, are you going to do something artistic or something involving music, or are you going to just do something else entirely and yet try to keep music on the side?
and I think it's such a struggle for so many people who want to pursue the arts, and obviously music's my biggest passion. So from the time I chose my GCSEs up until now, like it's always been in my head, like what am I going to do with my life? And I kind of let the song rest for a wee bit, and then I think it was around start of this year in school I finished the song, and it's basically about how I don't know whether to go into music or do I choose a career which is dubbed, realistic.
Yeah,
Like,
or that's got nothing to do with music.
that's got nothing to do with
Mm.
music. So I do think the song relates to a lot of people who are in the same position as I am. And I feel like it's quite hard to just know what you want to do. Like at the age of 17, 18, I think it's so difficult to just know what you want to do with the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
So the song really focuses on that, and the lyrics even say, so music's my passion. It's something that I was given. And there's a lyric that says, I want to go and throw my sense in my average act in full possession. So everybody else has been given, all mathematical, like technology, blah, blah, blah. And then my possession, which is music, can be seen as foolish to other people. So I don't know, the song just really focuses on me as an artist and where I'm going with that.
And when do you have to make that decision?
Um,
How far away is that?
I think it's, I don't even know
Next
when
year?
It's this year anyways, this school
this
year.
year.
I have to
Okay.
make the decision. I'm just not
Right.
too sure what month.
So follow your heart or part of your head.
Horn in my head.
Yeah. And in the immediate future, what's the plans? More writing, more recording, and more playing live.
More writing, more recording, more playing live. I write all the time. Even if my songs aren't finished, like I just write. If I don't use it now, I'll use it later on. Where gigs are concerned, I'm performing all over summer. I have Lenafest. I had Stendhal, as we were talking about. And then obviously just after summer's over, I have that headline. So yeah, and I'm just obviously keeping busy with wee community gigs and stuff like that, and then
So
hotel gigs.
plenty in the diary.
Plenty in the diary. The diary's packed. I'm also playing in HMV in Belfast on the 6th of August, so that'll be really cool. I've always wanted to play
Brilliant.
there.
So exciting times, in other words, just where you want to be.
Yeah, this is exactly where I want to be. I wouldn't have it any other way. So
And maybe it's only sometimes when you sit back and you assess where you are that you realise, oh yeah, we've done a lot this year, and look at what's in the diary, and look at all these songs that you fully appreciate where you are.
you see, I never really realised how much I do until, like, obviously this is social media stuff, but at the end of every year you're 2023 2024 recap, and then I'm like, oh damn, I've actually done quite a good bit.
Yeah.
So I shock myself.
Sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. Okay, then we're going to play another song of yours, or at least part of it. This is called Fever Dream. If you want to introduce it.
Yep, so this is my song Fever Dream, released back in October, and this is about a friendship that fell apart.